Okay, there you have it, the first big launch of 2021. Fingers crossed it's gonna be a better year, and in the tech world, it starts with a bang. 3 new smartphones by Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy S21 series. And today, after about a week of almost non-stop use, we are finally ready with all the tests and benchmarks about the new contender for best camera, best battery life, pretty much best phone all around. The Galaxy S21 Ultra. So first we start with a clash of the battery titans. All 5 phones here are fully charged and ready to go. So the ground rules. On the table you have first the Galaxy S21 Ultra with a massive 5000 mAh battery. Then its predecessor, the Galaxy S20 Ultra with the same size battery. Then the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and finally 2 iPhones, the iPhone 12 Pro Max and last year's iPhone 11 Pro Max. And if you want to see the same battery test but for the smaller Galaxy S21 and for the S21 Plus, make sure to subscribe to the channel, that video is coming very soon. So let's unplug these 5 here and have them going. The test that you're seeing first is just browsing the web, loading the same set of web pages on every phone. Then we have a script that automatically scrolls up and down, basically simulating the way an average person would read something on the web. All the phones are also set at the same brightness level before the start of the test, but what's most interesting here is the refresh rate. The iPhones of course can only run at 60 Hz, but the latest Galaxy S21 Ultra defaults to an adaptive 120 Hz refresh rate, a dynamic refresh rate, meaning that the phone only uses the fastest 120 Hz speeds when you need it, for example when scrolling, but not when watching videos, since you simply wouldn't notice it then. So to be perfectly precise, the way we run this test right now with 120 Hz on the Galaxies and 60 on the iPhones have the advantage of the slower refresh rate, but don't worry, we have also run the same test at 60 Hz on the Galaxies and we'll show you the results a bit later. Meanwhile, we have had to fast forward this test so it doesn't bore you running for long hours, and just as we speak, the first phone to tap out is the Note 20 Ultra. We have 9 hours and 33 minutes on the clock and the other phones still have juice left, so let's keep on going. Which one do you think will bite the dust next? Bets are accepted in 3, 2, 1. And the next phone to run out of juice is the Galaxy S20 Ultra. We have 10 hours and 2 minutes on the clock, mark it, and by the way, these are pretty good scores for 120 Hz phones, but we can already see that the Galaxy S21 Ultra beats them, and naturally, iPhones running at 60 Hz have also quite the advantage here. So again, fast forward this test, and we have a surprise. The next phone to tap out is one of the 60 Hz ones, the iPhone 11 Pro Max, at 12 hours and 54 minutes into the test. iPhones are traditionally doing well on this test, but the S21 Ultra won't give up easily. At this point we have just 2 phones running, and it's the iPhone 12 Pro Max that runs out of battery now at 14 hours and 6 minutes into the test. Which means that we have a new winner. The Galaxy S21 Ultra is the new champ in this test, as it still keeps on running. Let's see how long will it last. So fast forward, and it finally dies with a score of the impressive 14 hours and 43 minutes, and that's at 120 Hz. Great job by Samsung. Okay, behind the scenes we have also run the same test on the Galaxies at 60 Hz, just to see what an apples to apples comparison looks like. And you won't be surprised, here are the results. You get more than 20% extra battery life if you decide to settle for the 60 Hz refresh rate. And the S21 Ultra is an absolute beast in that case, lasting an impressive 16 hours and 7 minutes, the most of any flagship we have ever tested. By the way, for the first time this year, Samsung allows users to use the fastest 120 Hz refresh rate at the highest WQHD resolution. You need to go into display settings to change to that higher resolution. The default one is still 1080p, and we have also tried to run the same battery test at the higher resolution. So what do you know, here are all 3 results for the S21 Ultra, depending on how you run it. Interesting, right? The results for the QHD run are basically the same as the 1080p ones, or within the margin of error that we get between test runs. So this basically means that there is practically zero difference whether you run your phone at 1080p or Quad HD. And of course, if you put it that way, it's kind of strange that Samsung warns you in the settings of the phone about QHD resolution draining the battery faster. That's not really the case in our testing. So we have reached out to Samsung to see what the company thinks about all of this, and we'll update you in a comment as soon as we get an answer. Okay, next up we have our video test. For this one, we just go on YouTube to make it as realistic as possible, and we have the same playlist, same brightness, and phones are once again fully charged, and we once again do a full battery drain to see which phone is the best one. So keep in mind that watching videos drains battery faster than just browsing the web. So with this in mind, the test is already running, but again, we won't watch the whole thing. So fast forward the action and we see that again, the Note 20 Ultra is the first one to run out of juice at just 7 hours into the test. Not a bad showing, but just not quite great. Because of that S Pen, Samsung had to include a smaller battery on the Note 20 Ultra than on the other Galaxies. Anyway, let's keep on going and fast forward the motion and wait until the next phone dies. And it's the iPhone 12 Pro Max. We have 8 hours and 37 minutes on the clock, which is a very good result, but very good doesn't cut it in this company. At this point in time, we have two phones running neck to neck and we have to fast forward for a short while until we see another one tap out, and that's the Galaxy S21 Ultra. It finishes the test with a score of 8 hours and 52 minutes. Great showing, and very soon after it, the iPhone 11 Pro Max also taps out at 8 hours and 58 minutes. Somewhat surprisingly, the Galaxy S20 Ultra will grab the win here. We're a bit surprised since the S21 Ultra, the newer one, has the same size battery and the newer chip, and we don't really have a good explanation for why last year's phone lasts longer, but this is what the real world result is. The S20 Ultra finally finishes the test with a score of exactly 10 hours and 29 minutes. Once again, let's quickly flip to the chart with the results, the Note being notably worse than the rest, and the S20 Ultra winning this round. So there you have it, the Galaxy S21 Ultra wins the first round with browsing and scores very well on the second round, and in real world use, so far it seems like the most solid all-around battery performer. By the way, I will also be running a separate battery test just for the gamers. The S21 Ultra facing the best Androids and iPhones in Call of Duty Mobile, Minecraft, and other popular games. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to get notified as soon as that video comes out. And you can also find all the details about this test in the description to this video. Resolutions for each round, refresh rates, the processor on each of the phones, and also let me know if you enjoyed this video and what more would you like to see. My name is Vic, this is PhoneArena, stay healthy, stay well, and I will see you around.